Let's start with the question. 1 wide swap redstone wires vertically. I have 2 wires running one above the other. How can I swap them so that the input of the lower wire 1 is reflected in the output of the top wire and vice versa? It can be any length and height but must be able to run alongside a duplicated version of itself. It needs to work for at least 8 wires like this running in parallel, separated by 1 wide air gaps. So how can we solve this? There are 5 possible answers. Answer 1. Since you apparently don't want moving parts, which eliminates solution 1 and 3. And being able to send a signal through both wires at the same time is a case that can happen, which eliminates solution 2. I worked out yet another solution. Like the first one, it's 4 wide tileable for 2 by 2 wires. The idea to this is actually pretty similar to the first one. I just let the wires go around each other while avoiding that they power each other. The piston was an easy way to do that. Since it can go down without going forward and only 1 redstone wire of the other path had to be replaced with a repeater to avoid problems. Without the piston, I had to use more repeaters and some clever wiring. Here is a screenshot of all 8 lines that you need. Since that's not very helpful for rebuilding, you can download the structure file here. The odd-numbered, counted from the left, columns have 1 redstone tick delay. The even-numbered columns have 3 redstone ticks delay. I tried to switch 1 repeater over from the even-numbered column to the odd-numbered column. But that didn't work, because all 3 repeaters on the even column are there to avoid power overflow between the 2 lines of the even column. If the difference in delay is a problem, you can fix it by just putting 2 repeaters on first setting in front of the even-numbered column lines. It's 8 blocks long, 5 blocks high and of course 4 block wide for 2 by 2 wires, which makes it more compact than my first solution. But there are less air blocks, so you actually need a similar amount of material. You need 28 redstone, 8 repeaters, 1 slab and 42 blocks that support redstone on it. Some of them have to be solid, so you should build it all out of solid blocks to be sure. Except for the 1 slab, of course. That's not included in the 42 blocks. This design works with pulses of any length. Late edit. You can replace the repeater in the odd top input greater than odd bottom output line with a piece of redstone dust. But since that makes the delays even more varied, I won't edit that. That file is on my Google Drive, but it shouldn't get deleted. If I accidentally delete it, contact me. Contact details on my profile page, saying that the file is in my October 2017 backup and link this answer. Answer 2. I have a solution. It's not 1 wide, but it's 4 wide tileable for 2 by 2 redstone lines. Since that's enough for what you need. It was a fun redstone challenge. My solution probably isn't the most compact one possible, but it's certainly more compact than my first attempt. That I won't show. Here is a screenshot of all 8 lines that you need. Since that's not very helpful for rebuilding, you can download the structure file here. Every line has 1 redstone tick delay. The top input greater than bottom output line because of the piston and the bottom input greater than top output line because of a repeater. It's 6 blocks long, 6 blocks high, for both lines together, and of course 4 blocks wide for 2 by 2 lines. You need 28 redstone, 2 repeaters, 2 redstone blocks, 2 sticky pistons and 37 blocks that support redstone on it. Most of them have to be solid. So you should build it all out of solid blocks to be sure. A 1 redstone tick long pulse into the top input line makes the bottom output line stay permanently on because of maybe not bug MC5726. It fixes itself with the next pulse, no matter how long. You can prevent getting this situation if you put a repeater on second setting before this. That file is on my Google Drive, but it shouldn't get deleted. If I accidentally delete it, contact me. Contact details on my profile page, saying that the file is in my October 2017 backup and link this answer. Answer 3. I found an actual one-wide solution. It still can't be put right next to itself. So it's not more compact than my first solution. But it fulfills the requirement that's in your title. And maybe it helps someone with very specific needs. First, I just built a design similar to what I first planned for the 2-wide tileable design. That had 1 redstone line shared between both signals and used redstone signal strength to differentiate them afterwards. But I accidentally deleted it all with a fill command. Oops. Well, as I tried to restore it piece by piece from memory and the little bits I had left, I had an idea. I had already used 1 wide and gates for the design. So I built a completely different design combining 3 NAND gates and a bit of signal splitting to get them to swap. This design has the disadvantage that you can't send a signal on both lines at the same time. If you try it, you just get no output on the other side. So instead of the desired logic table, plus, Indiana 1, Indiana 2, out 1, out 2, plus, false, true, false, true, plus. You instead get this logic table. In 1, in 2, out 1, out 2, false, true, false, true, false, less than unwanted plus, but if you won't get that case ever, you can still use this. This happens because there is a part in the middle of the circuit that is used by both signals. It's off when any of the input signals is on. I just didn't find any other way to swap the signals in a 1-wide circuit. Here is a screenshot of all 8 lines that you need. You can build it all from the screenshot. But if you want to load it into your own world, you can download the structure file here. How it works: both input signals split up into 2 lines at the repeaters. The middle ones both go into 1 redstone torch, turning it off when any of the 2 input lines is on. NAND gate. At the same time, the signal travels further on the top-bottom. That then gets put through another NAND gate with the middle signal. The reason for that is that you want to turn the top lamp on when both the direct signal from the top input and the middle signal are off. Because the middle signal is off when any of the inputs is on, and the only case when both the middle and the top signal are off is when the bottom input is on and the top input off. The same applies to the top input and bottom output. At the end, the output lines just get raised up a bit to be at the same height as the input. I could have made the green part of the circuit 1 block shorter by using a repeater at the end, instead of only redstone dust. But that would just make it more expensive and slower just to save a little bit of space. That wasn't worth it in my opinion. Every line has 4 redstone ticks delay. That's noticeably slower than my other design. As I said, this one isn't as good, but it fulfills exactly the conditions from the title. It's 9 blocks long, 7 blocks high and of course 1 block wide. You need 13 redstone, 6 repeaters, 3 redstone torches and 19 blocks that support redstone on it. Some of them have to be solid. So you should build it all out of solid blocks to be sure. A 1 redstone tick long pulse into any of the inputs just gets ignored. Any longer pulse into it works like expected and comes out at the end with the same length. You can prevent the signal getting ignored if you put a repeater on second setting before this. That file is on my Google Drive, but it shouldn't get deleted. If I accidentally delete it, contact me. Contact details on my profile page, saying that the file is in my October 2017 backup and link this answer. Answer 4. And a third solution. This one isn't very useful, because you can only send a redstone signal every 61.5 seconds and the output stays on for that time. There is actually a really easy way to make 2 signals cross through the air. What can go through the air? Arrows. It's even truly 1 wide and probably cheaper than my other answers. But if you have to send a signal at least once per minute, this isn't very useful. Here is a screenshot of all 8 lines that you need. You can build it all from the screenshot. But if you want to load it into your own world, you can download the structure file here asterisk. With 5 blocks long, 7 blocks high and 1 block wide, this is actually a pretty compact design. If it was of any use, that would be great. You need 7 redstone, 1 wooden button, 1 wooden pressure plate, 2 dispensers, preferably 1152 arrows and 8 blocks that support redstone on it. This time it actually doesn't matter if you use full blocks or slabs. Any input of any length leads to a 615 redstone tick output. Any new input in that time resets the countdown to 615 redstone ticks. At least it has no problem with 1 tick inputs, yay. That file is on my Google Drive, but it shouldn't get deleted. If I accidentally delete it, contact me. Contact details on my profile page, saying that the file is in my October 2017 backup and link this answer. Answer 5. A real 1 wide tileable solution that's actually useful compared to my dispenser solution. The top greater than bottom line works as expected, but the bottom greater than top line can only send 1 tick pulses. If the top greater than bottom line is active and the bottom greater than top line gets activated, the top greater than bottom line gets deactivated for 1 tick due to MC 123217. Here is a screenshot of all 8 lines that you need. You can build it all from the screenshot. The 2 pistons above each other are non-sticky. All other sticky. But if you want to load it into your own world, you can download the structure file here asterisk. How it works, the top greater than bottom line just goes through like normal. But it goes through a vertical line of blocks on its way. Third green column. Counted from right to left. Using a repeater. The bottom greater than top line makes a piston push up a column of 4 blocks, which lets the signal vertically cross the horizontal signal of the other line without interfering with it. When the top block arrives, it starts conducting the pre-made signal from the top redstone torch, which outputs the top signal and also makes the top piston push the row of blocks down again so that it's ready for the next use. Sadly, it has to do that pretty quickly and can't wait for the bottom line to turn off, because the only signal it gets is the pushed up block, and that can only be pushed back down from the top. At the end, a downward sticky piston pushes down a redstone block so that the output lines are on the same height as the input lines. I can't just use redstone dust to go down, because then it wouldn't be tileable anymore. Both lines have a delay of 5 ticks, counting only the green part. Despite looking like it would break when spamming the inputs, it actually works. Except for the mentioned case that the top input shortly gets cut off when the bottom input gets activated. This circuit is 7 blocks long, 8 blocks high and of course 1 block wide. You need 8 repeaters. One can be replaced with a solid block, but that reduces the timing to 4 ticks on one line. 3 redstone torches. One can be replaced with a redstone block. 2 normal and 3 sticky pistons. 2 redstone blocks and 17 solid blocks. That file is on my Google Drive, but it shouldn't get deleted. If I accidentally delete it, contact me. Contact details on my profile page, saying that the file is in my March 2018 backup and link this answer. I hope these answers helped, and if they did, please drop a comment and subscribe.